Good morning, everyone. Today, King of the Canadian Hill is joining me. So I have to, now that I've seen the, I must make sure that the is there.
Yeah, and this is a really important question. See, I love the fact that I could be king of Canadian Hill, but we both know, and maybe other Canadians know too, that there's no hill called Canadian Hill.
No, there
You know?
isn't.
Yeah, so me putting the in the Canadian Hill means it could be my hill, it could be your hill, but it's a personal hill.
It's okay. It's all the way in Toronto. I don't have to worry about it.
God. Like I could say that I'm king of the like Mount Royal Hill in Montreal, but that's a horrible hill because they have a giant metal cross on there, and it's
Ooh.
just full of like disease and famine and just taking advantage of Aboriginal people. Which
Ugh.
that's a tough topic to start off with, by the way. I apologize for that.
Okay, so King of the Canadian Hill has been canceled. Goodbye. No, just kidding.
I knew it. I knew it. 60 seconds in, I'm like, just stay calm, King. Just walk in here. Don't say anything rude or gross yet. You can keep your poo-poo humor to maybe like the final hour. But no, you had to do the Aboriginal thing. It's all. I knew it. I knew it.
I knew I was going to kill myself in the first 5 seconds. So, let's just say hello to the chat. Hello, Rando Carizian. Sorry if you hear my dog in the background. Hair Raising Narratives, Adam, or Simp as I like to call him, and Jellybean. Hello, everyone.
Much love, guys. Much love. Jelly Bean, thank you so much for joining us. Rando, I love you, bro. I love you so much. Hair raising. I'm loving the all hail the king bit. It's so good. Oh, there it is, Derringer. Thank you.
There's Derringer.
Yeah, you give that wave emoji. Do it. And what is that? That's like a little king emoji too. I love that stuff. Good stuff. Some bits around the house. What type of bits, Jelly Bean? Is it some like major cleaning, or you just got to like do some crafting, or is it home repair? Did a toilet burst? You can be honest with us on chat here.
What it is she's just gonna get ready to do all that stuff. And she's gonna sit there and do nothing.
As she should. That's what I'm hoping.
Also, make him write a story at the same time. I need to read more things.
That's the fair balance. There was a sweet tweet that Jellybean had on Twitter where he had this awesome convicting I shall write and I shall be dialed in and I shall make the greatest story ever, and then she tweeted back this photo of him playing Call of Duty Warfare, and this is like beautiful.
I will write, and it will be awesome and amazing, and no one will ever be able to turn my attention elsewhere. Call of Duty, damn you, Call of Duty.
And you could tell he's like, I need to focus on this. I need to do this. And then she knew. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna wait this out. I'm gonna catch them. Yeah, boring chores. Yeah, cleaning is boring. Man, oh man.
1 second, I just gotta let my dog out. She's
Yeah,
whining.
do your thing. See, there it is. It's just you and me in the chat now, guys. Here it is. I loved it. I knew this time was gonna come. And if you have any request for the 2 seconds, it's gonna take 42 to let the dog out. I could sing "Who Let the Dogs Out," but you know what? We can keep that till like halfway through the coffee stream. And
MCT! Sorry.
Yeah. Hey. It's always good.
It's always good to see MCT. This morning at 2 o'clock my time, so it'd been 4 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
Lace Bucario went live, and I was awake.
Were you really?
I got home from work, and I felt really sick, so I just went to bed. And then I woke up about 1 a.m. and did some stuff, and then I fell asleep about 3 a.m.
Man, oh man! I was gonna ask you too. When you messaged me that you said you're up, I looked down and went, "That's like 5 a.m."
Yeah, I work at 6 a.m. every day, Monday to Friday, so I'm up at like 4:30 normally.
Holy cow! Like when I messaged you back, I just got up, and it was what math? Oh, math. That'd be 8 a.m. for me, and I was like, this can't happen. I can't think right now. I'm just this husk of a person that's trying to move around my house and just trying to direct myself towards coffee and all that. So I tip my hat to you guys. It's tough being 39 now and then trying to stay up late or trying to get up early, just in general. It's a lot easier when my 4-year-old nephew runs up to me and then punches me in the groin to wake me up. I mean, that's okay. And then I'm up. But yeah, it's getting to that point now where it's just
Uncle, boom, you awake?
that's how it works. I can hear him just rumbling down the hallway. So I'm kind of prepared, but I'm also like, he might change his motivations up. He might maybe just punch me in the gut, but no, every time. Yeah, and he thinks it's funny. And what are you gonna do? He's just a little 4-year-old kid, so
Yeah.
just let it happen.
Yeah, no. My dog wakes me up sometimes by licking me in the face, and I'm like, really? You know, I just want to sleep.
Yeah, just let me sleep. But Lulu's up, what, earlier? Or she just does whatever she wants to do?
Normally it's not early, like she doesn't normally wake up that much earlier than me. She's normally still asleep when I go to work, but every once in a while she'll wake up early and she has to go pee, so she'll lick you in the face and I'm like, stop, I just want to sleep. It's not my fault your bladder's little.
Yeah, you filled up the water bowl. It's your fault. You pay the price.
But yeah,
So
she
now,
normally
sorry, no.
wants to go to the washroom about 7 a.m.
Oh, is that right? Now, will she scratch on your sliding door or or
No,
do you have a doggy door? Like, what's the protocol now?
she will go sit next to the door.
Oh, is that right? And then you'll just patiently wait it out, or do you have a timer in your head? Like she goes out, sniffs around the yard, takes a pee, and then like you got like 5 minutes from now,
okay.
I gotta go back there.
So when she wants to go outside, she'll
Yeah.
sit at the door, and then after a while she'll start making noise. And then when she's outside, she'll come to the door and she'll bark. And like, it's one of the few times you actually hear her bark, and that's so we know to bring her in. So she's really good.
Oh, that's not bad. Like my mother's dog, it's like a Pomeranian Chihuahua.
Oh God.
All it does is it lunges itself at the door. And all you hear is like a sickening thud. And I'll be like, yeah, I'd be like, what is that sound? And the dog is lunging itself against the door. I'm like, Daisy, you know, you dislocate your shoulder or something. But that's how the dog operates. And my mother's like, yeah, it's good. It's okay.
It's just how the dog is. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's tiny. It can take a hit. It's Gumby. I'm like, no. Dog is gonna get hurt. But amazing enough, though, the dog's been alive for 14 years. It's been doing it for 14 years, so do it up. Here's a question for you, though. I read a study that dogs that bark incredibly loud and constantly are reflecting the owner's talking ability. So if you talk a lot, then the dog barks a lot. Do you think that's true?
We're actually not that loud of a house, so. But
No
to be
way.
fair, she's a husky cross. The fact that she's as silent as she is astounding.
Okay, but that's awesome. So that reflects that it's more or less a quiet household. You guys just do your talking when you're doing narrations and live streams
Yeah,
and stuff.
she actually lies in the background sleeping while I narrate. It helps her
Oh,
sleep.
That's awesome. Because right away, like I insult my mother almost like every Sunday I go to visit them for dinner. It's like because my mother is just insanely talkative, just constantly, and just like she used to do radio, and she's just a big gift of gab, 24/7. So the dog reflects that. It communicates through just barking, whimpering, and all sorts of stuff. And so it's like, it's your fault. And my mom's like, no, those are just yappy dogs. And I'm like, no, it isn't. It's just,
Well,
it's in.
They are though. Those breeds, there are breeds that are more yappy than other breeds too. So, but it might be that we're more drawn to the more yappy ones when we're more yappy.
Oh, I love this perspective. I love this sort of thought process. Yeah, she wanted the yappy dog. She wanted the noise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
We wanted a husky, but we didn't want a loud dog. And we actually had to train Lulu to speak. She wouldn't. But it was more, we also trained her to speak because we wanted to make sure that we could tell her to stop if she was being too loud.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like, the only time she speaks is either she wants into the house, or we're telling her to, or she's playing.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, like I look at the only huskies I know are like White Fang and the team of dogs that that dragged a Cubic Gooding Jr. across the Alaska tundra. Like, and those dogs were stoic and they barked when only danger was afoot. So yeah, I'm learning a lot from Lulu as you're posting pictures and all that, and how quiet the dog is and all that. Because I'm not a pet guy at all. I hate to tell you this. Pets annoy me. They freak me out. I can't stand any of them. Maybe a turtle. Maybe I could go for a turtle, but then I look at it and go, how am I gonna take care of this turtle? Like,
Yes.
yeah, and the turtle doesn't care about me, and I
No.
wouldn't care about the turtle. So
And
yeah,
that's the problem. The turtle doesn't care that you're there. You don't care that the turtle's there. Someone's got to remember to feed the poor turtle.
no, yeah, you got it. My mother said to me, she goes, I gotta head out to Vancouver. You gotta take care of the dog. I said, no problem. I said, let me get a plant first. And she goes, what is that? What does that mean? What is that going to do? I said, well, I need to take care of the plant to see if I'm going to let it die. And then the dog is the next move. And she's
Actually,
like,
the nice thing about a dog is a dog will remind you that it exists. You're like, oh, your food bowl's empty. Let me fill that.
yeah, it's not like The Happening where the plant will give a gentle breeze and then force me to off myself if I'm treating it like shit. That's very accurate. But I'm a cactus guy. Just put it in the sunlight and then I don't have to move it. Then once in a while I'll be like, oh, look, I have a cactus. It's just, that's how I work. And
Oh, it needs a little water. Here you go.
it needs a little water. It just needs a little water. If I kill a cactus, oh man, I'm in trouble.
Well,
That's it.
the thing is, if you kill a cactus, it's because you've overhelped it. You've overwatered it.
Perfect. Oh, then I'm going to be the greatest cactus caretaker ever.
It's one of those plants that wants to be ignored and forgotten.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Miss Creepy Tales. The way pets annoy me is the way someone is just walking in my direction. It's my problem. Like, I'll be walking down the street and I'll see someone from afar, and then right away I'll be like, to hell with that guy. To hell with that guy. I don't even know that guy. But that guy will be walking up, he'll be like, no way, man. I don't like the way you're walking or looking. And then as the guy gets closer, I'll be like, oh, that guy's sad. That's a sad guy. I'm sorry that I thought about all these mean things. It's this annoyance is of naivety. Because I'm never taken care of a pet. So don't be terrified of me. It's my frustrations out of just lack of knowledge of taking care of an animal.
And this is my first ever real dog. I had a dog growing up, but I didn't really take care of it, so
Yeah.
I had a cat, but
yeah. So yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, was that your mother's cat?
no, I actually had a cat. It was mine.
Oh, okay, cool. So this was the discussion. It was like, I want a cat, and or did you say I want a dog, and we'll settle with the cat?
No, we did get a dog, and I did want the dog, but due to my parents' lifestyle, and they're always too busy, we couldn't have a dog. So I got a cat when that dog passed away. We only had the dog for like 3 or 4 years. It was quite a bit of older dog, and we rescued it.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Love rescue dog stories. See, there you go, Miss Creepy Tales. I love rescue dog stories and saving other pets, and I probably would die.
Yeah. Also, she has chickens, and there's animals all over her house, and also snakes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm out. Yeah, these reptiles, and then predatory birds.
Oh, so
yeah.
she doesn't own the snakes. They just live there.
They just live there. They just show up.
Yeah, pretty
because,
much.
Where's Miss Creepy Tales from again?
She's living in Thailand. From what
That's
I can
right.
remember.
Yeah. And then
Jeffrey.
But yeah, and the thing is too, I should point this out. I'm horribly allergic to everything that is animal based as well.
That'd be fair.
So I should point that out. Yeah, the saliva of a dog, I found out I'm allergic to, because my mother got a hypoallergenic dog, the one with like the human hair. and I still broke out in hives. And my mother's like, what the hell's wrong with you? I said, I don't know. And then the dog licked me, and then the tongue marks were I was breaking out in hives. And we're like, oh, perfect. So that's it too. That's where I would die, Miss Creepy Tail. So thank you. If all 6 dogs started licking me at the same time, yeah, you'd have to drag my corpse out and then feed me to the chickens and the snakes.
Specifically the snakes, we keep them out of your house for a little bit, Miss Creepy Tails.
Now, are the snakes big enough to eat your chickens, Miss Creepy Tails? Because we got to handle this. We got to figure out this problem.
Yeah, she needs to move to Canada.
She does, hands down. She's been bringing that up in past live streams, and she needs to make the move now because it's bumping up here in Canada. It's safe, secure. We're killing it up here.
Yeah, we're not about to go into lockdown again. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're totally not rising in Ontario cases, and people are going down.
And in Alberta, it's really bad here too.
Yeah, it's nasty when you got people that are in charge that you voted in, and then they're telling you it's the best summer ever, and they're just ignoring basic numbers and science.
Oh, it's just like, it's the best summer ever. We're doing great. Yeah.
And
stay inside.
Yeah, you got it. It's funny, like in Toronto, they lifted the state of emergency, and I was talking to my boss, and I said, why lift the state of emergency when you know that the numbers are going up? And then my boss goes, it was pre-planned. It was pre-planned. They have the billboard all built and set and ready. They just don't care. They just want to make sure that they get money or they make the taxpayer happy. That they could go play hockey or play in the park and stuff. So it's tough. I get where you're at, where they're coming from, sort of.
Well, they want the economy's crashing, so they're like, well, we need to make it so the economy's not crashing. I'm like, well, the economy's crashing because people are dying.
You got it. Yeah, the economy's not crashing because no one can go play, canasta at the senior center's home with old groups of life. It's crashing because people are dying, and they're just trying to infuse something, and I don't know what. But at the end of the day, it's just as long as you get your shots, as long as you wear your masks and you stay away from people, I don't know. I guess we'll just do what we can do and just stay here and talk to each other online.
Yeah, it's safe. If you pass me the virus from the mic, I'm hooked.
And that's always a possibility.
So
hair raising. Oh, sorry. I was gonna answer this one question from hair raising.
I was actually gonna ask it.
See, this is it. See, we're already transferring thought process in mind reading. So yeah, the virus is gonna come soon. Oh man, I knew it. The story is, I've had an old. So King of the Canadian Hill is an old sports podcast name that I had for when I was doing an LA Kings podcast and blog, and I was a writer for Hockey Buzz. So when they canned me and I decided to do horror, I wanted to keep King of the Canadian Hill name, and I needed a funny picture because I wanted to do haunted humor variety no matter what. So through my crappy drawing, I had to decide that I could draw a moose. And then that's it. And then I drew a crown, and I said, well, that's a crappy drawing. Maybe I'll add a pentagram to it, and then that's it. That's the story, hair raising.
Apparently in Georgia, wearing a mask gets people angry. I'm not one of those people. No, come to Georgia. Lots of people are dead. I need more victims. I mean, friends.
Oh man, it's awesome. Like I've been watching some rando stuff as of late, and man, he's more. I hopefully this isn't insulting, Rando, but you're more Torontonian than you put out to be. You should be coming up here, man. You're kind and nice and thoughtful, and you work hard, man. And yeah, I'm with you, brother. It sucks. It sucks that you got to be in a state that people deal with that sort of aggressiveness, and I'm not saying that if I go outside this door and go on this Toronto street that people are not going to be the same, but it's less.
I've
A
never
lot.
had anyone come up to me and tell me that. I had someone try, but like, master, blah blah blah. I haven't had that really fully yet, because I probably would just stare at them, going, "Then why do doctors wear masks when they're doing surgery on you? Why are doctors wearing masks when they've, treating you? It's so that
Yeah.
they don't pass their germs on to you. We know these work. We've known they've worked since the 1800s. Shove off."
You got it. I mean, there was the one mistake when the doctors had those giant bird masks, and then they had all that kind of plant growth in the bottom of the end of the mask because they thought that the plague was gonna
It was a
filter
scent.
through the plant.
It was
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a scent. They thought it was the miasma that was causing you. The funny part is, it was the best thing they could have done because they were covered head to toe, and
Yeah.
they had the mask so they didn't, give any diseases back. It was
Yeah.
so they
It's
they didn't realize they were actually. They thought that maybe it was the smell, but no, it was the touch, and you fixed it. That outfit fixed it.
You got it. Yeah, like it was a hit or miss opportunity. You can make fun of them and say that, whoa, they're wrong there, but you're right though. They dressed head to toe because they're like, this could be a virus of anything, so I'm gonna be prepared. And that's what it's all about. It's all about science and health is all about making mistakes and testing stuff out. And I get it. We all get it. Doing the vaccines right now without proper testing was a little risque, and we're the guinea pigs. But we had to do something. We had to get something going. People are
Well,
like,
here's the
yeah,
problem. Like, a lot of people think it was rushed, blah blah blah. It's like, no, they were actually working on this for years, because this is just SARS.
yeah,
It's just
yeah,
so they've been trying to get a cure for SARS, and because this was huge, they were able to rush things out. And the reason they were able to rush it out is because this is a different vaccine than we've ever had before, which I didn't know. I didn't know that this vaccine, with the one about the DNA one, is
yeah.
completely different. We've never ever used a vaccine like this before on a mass scale.
Yeah, it's completely it's a marvel. It's a complete marvel that they were able to come up with this. Yeah, and it should be celebrated,
Yeah.
not ridiculed. And
Yeah.
thank you, Rando. I'm so happy. Now you get to choose either Calgary or Toronto.
Yeah.
Rando.
So Calgary, I'm here. I have Mr. Bird lives here. That's all I got here. Where you live, you have Adam, but they live in Ontario. I don't think.
Just plain creepy as well.
Yes, just plain creepy lives in Ontario.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think it's Thunder Bay, but I don't know if I should disclose that.
I
Probably
think so. I'm not 100% sure where he lived. Where he
not. Yeah,
lives.
maybe.
Um,
He makes vague comments of like lockdowns and all that, so I kind of go, okay, he's maybe up around there, but yeah, I'll leave it at that.
He's somewhere in Ontario.
Yeah,
I
or
know.
Rando, you can do something completely different. You can go where Silver is. You can go to the East Coast, brother.
Don't
Go to Fish.
don't go to Nova Scotia. Silver Thread says flat out said, "Don't move there. Visit. Don't move."
It's true, man. It's absolutely correct. Me and my cousin, we went out there for a little bit just to go drinking and all that stuff. And the drive is incredibly boring, and the people don't want you there. They flat out don't want you there, hands down. At least if you go to Vancouver, they're there with open arms, and the city is absolutely awesome.
I'm from the Vancouver area originally, actually.
Yeah, that was awesome that you were you're saying last stream that you did schooling there and all that good jazz.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I moved from Edmonton to the Vancouver area when I was 4. So I lived in BC most of my life. I moved back to Alberta in my early 20s, moved back to BC in my mid 20s, and moved back to Alberta in my 30s.
That's awesome. I was born in Edmonton, Alberta, and then we moved to Ontario, and then that was it.
You never went back.
Never went back. We would go back to visit family, or my parents would be, and then when I got old enough, I just started traveling and doing my own thing. We would take the train and all that stuff and buses, and then we would take the Trans Canada Highway just for traveling, and that was it. But yeah, it wasn't too nomadic. Can I ask you this? were you an army brat
Nope.
sort of family? No.
Nope. No, my mom was originally from the Vancouver area. She moved to Edmonton. I'm not sure exactly why. And then she met my dad in Edmonton, and she wanted to go back home. So
Oh, that's it.
that's it.
Pretty original.
Because all her siblings and her mom and dad at the no, he had passed away by that point. But her mom was there, and she just wanted to go back home. She was homesick.
Yeah. See, my parents are pretty original. They were born in, oh man, my VPN's of a town, East Gwillimbury. They were born in some town named East Gwillimbury in Ontario. Then they moved out to Edmonton for the oil boom in the 80s. And then my mother went out separately. Like my dad went out first, then my mother went out, and then they met up, and then they came back with me, and then they had to get married, and that's about it. That's that story.
See, my dad went first, but that was to set up everything so she could move the rest of the family. So I think my dad was out for a few months before. I remember my 4th birthday, he wasn't there because he was actually out in Vancouver helping my mom find a job, and also getting a house ready and all that jazz. So
It's awesome. Yeah, it's neat how it's different now though, right? Because
oh yeah,
now it's either a team or the wife can do it all by herself. It's changed.
or you just do it online before you even move out here. My husband came out here a few weeks before we moved out this way, found us a house. It was a pain in the arse because if you don't have a proof of income, no one wants to rent to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's so so stupid. And same thing actually when we moved to Penticton. Same thing happened there. But we found a landlord that would rent to us without it, and they are not regretting their decision at all because we have fixed more problems than they realize.
And that's it. And what a good decision on his part. Now he fell ass backwards into 2 responsible people.
4.
But 4. Okay,
we
sorry, 4.
have roommates.
Oh, right on. Now is it a 2, 3-story house?
It's a 2-story, but we don't live. Well, no, it's a 1-story because there's a basement. But it's a 3-bedroom, and then there's a 4th one downstairs where we don't technically rent the downstairs.
Okay, and then that's where that's the part where the car like slammed into the side of your
Oh
house.
god, yeah, I was forgetting the living room. It slammed into the living room. Like, there's an update. And apparently my accent's coming out more the longer I talk to you.
Yeah, apparently I sound like Canadian Santa Claus, which is
awesome. We had another hit and run a few weeks ago. They hit my really nice neighbor next door's truck, pushed it onto the sidewalk. Hey, Bard.
Bird!
Destroyed the steering column, so the tires were sticking out onto the road. Cops came out. They drove the car as much as they could forward to get off of the sidewalk, because legally speaking, it can't be on the sidewalk. Yeah. And I haven't talked. I should have asked her this morning. I saw her, but yeah, no. Totaled the truck, and she's like, I was still making payments on that. We just put the thing on the back, and we were talking about getting this for the truck, and now my truck's gone.
Holy crap, this is insane. Like, I got streetcars and stuff on my street, so I'll hear the occasional streetcar slamming into a car, but nobody, I guess maybe because the streets are so small where my house is, you can't be that aggressive.
You barely can get 2 cars because everyone parks on the side of the roads. You barely can get 2 cars to pass each other on these roads. And people are like, this person had to be doing 80. It's a 40 kilometer per hour road. And That's had to be doing 80. And it was like an SUV, so it wasn't even a truck that hit this time.
That's insane. Like, that's the same as mine. It's a 40 kilometer, you gotta park your car on the side of the road, and you can't speed. You can't even gain speed, but yet over what's happening to you, this is happening like 24/7 now.
I'm gonna translate that for Americans. It is 25 miles per hour. is the speed limit what we're talking about.
Yes, yes, thank you. Yeah, I apologize, deeply apologize to the imperial learning people of the state.
I was gonna say 35. I was like, no, that's 50. Hold on.
You know, when someone tells me, they'll be like, "Well, how deep? How deep's your pool?" I'll say 3 meters. They're like, "That's a lot more than 3, bro." It's like, it's,
Meters, not feet.
to 3 meters is 10 feet, bro. They're like, "Get over here." That's not too exact. I said, no, no, no. Meters is more exact. The metric system is way more exact than
Oh,
your imperial system.
completely. Oh, definitely. I personally wish that the tradespeople would go to centimeters and millimeters over. It's 5 feet 3 inches and 7/8.
Oh,
Where the
brutal.
fuck is the 7/8 on this measuring tape?
Yeah, I hate that. You know what I have to do? Because we have to deal with both American and Canadian measuring systems for pools and ice.
Oh my
I have
god.
to say to myself, 1/8, 1/4, 3/8, a half, 5/8, 3/4, 7/8 to figure it out. Okay, 5/8 is then 7/8. Okay, now I know. Yeah, I'm right with you. It's like, what is a 7/8? Come on, guy. Give me a millimeter. Give me the millimeter.
It makes my life so much easier. Hello, Alternative Night. Good evening. I'm pretty sure you haven't gone to bed either. He was also at Lace Bukaria's middle of the night live stream, or middle of the night, or middle of the day for them, I think.
You got it. So it's absolutely okay for Alternative Night to be at Spookera's live stream.
Oh yeah.
It is absolutely dangerous to be here right now, and I love it. I love it.
Well, he lives in Australia as well, so.
Yeah, yeah, which it's awesome. When he was on your live stream, I just he has such a beautiful, infectious accent, Australian accent. I love it, man. I love it. It's he's got the type of accent and voice that you tune in. You tune in and listen right away. It's you should be commended for that alternative night, and you should use it more if you don't.
Well, he does narrate too, so.
Yeah, yeah. I thought about that as I was saying. I'm like, yeah, that's why he's here. He's a narrator.
He's a narrator. He's another narrator. Most of the people here are narrators, except for Derringer. Derringer's the only one here that's not a narrator. But
Yeah,
he's a
which is-
supporty person, which is just as fine.
Yeah, exactly. He does video game stuff, I think, as well. He actually subbed to me, which is a very kind thing to do, because yeah, not too many sub to me. I do something on my channel that YouTube hates, and it's variety.
I sub
want you
too,
to-
but you just don't know it.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Mine's hidden. I don't show who I subscribe to, so because I subscribe to a lot of stuff that people would just look at me weird. So.
I love it. But I do the same thing as well. Like I'll sub, and then when they give you that option of, do you want to show the sub? I'm like, not really, because just in case, and sadly this this happens a lot, where you go to follow somebody and then they say something that you truly don't believe in, or it's a hate speech.
Mm-hmm.
You want to unfollow, and you don't want any more ridicule. And
Because you did
wanna,
follow them.
Yeah, exactly. It sucks when that's the saying, like never, what is it? Never loved your heroes or something.
Never meet your heroes.
That's it, right? And it sucks. Like it sucks when you find out how human they can be, and you hope that you find out how human they can be if they like have a toilet paper cutter, or they slip and pull a hammy. They do something nasty. But yeah, that's why I was thinking about. I like these people, but I don't know these people, so I'm gonna follow them quietly, and then leave comments and likes and do my thing. Because that's the biggest thing too. I don't know if you do this, but I'll take Seraphin, Alternative Night, you as the Raven Dreams, PA, Silver. I'll put it on a giant watch later list, and then I go to work and listen to you guys. And then once in a while, I can do a chime in comment and like. Do you do the same?
No, I just pick what I want to listen to at the time.
Oh,
I don't have unlimited internet for
I
mobile.
gotcha.
For mobile, I do of course for home, but
Yeah.
so it's like when I'm at work and stuff, I try not to watch too much stuff. I'm also trying to write more, so
Yeah, I'm
gotta
working
get
on
more
that.
stories.
I get the mortard. Yeah, believe it or not, I did not have a cell phone until 2015. So people had to find me. They would have to call bars across Toronto, and then the bartender would say, "Yeah, he's here." Like that's how I operated. So everything I do, Instagram, Twitter, it's all on the computer. I don't have anything on the phone.
Mm.
So it's when I do the watch later, it's literally downloadable, and then I just kind of take it with me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, sort of, right?
Apparently, Derringer does the exact same thing as you, actually.
Oh, perfect. Thank. Yeah, that's why I like this guy. That's why me and Derringer are like two peas in a pod, and why we were gifted moderator at the same time.
The funny part is, I just placed why your voice sounds so familiar to me. You sound like my uncle. And not a bad thing, I really like that uncle.
So amazingly enough, though, I'm an uncle to a lot of people, a lot of my friends, kids, and all that. So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, though. I do comedy tours, and I've done podcasts and all that stuff in the past. So you might have heard me from other stuff too. Likely though, because they're all sports podcasts. I don't know if you're a comedy club buff as well.
No, but no, it's just no, seriously, some of the stuff, like the way you speak and stuff, is very much like how my uncle speaks.
Yeah, now is your uncle burned out, tired guy that partied too hard?
I don't know, because by the time I was born, he was quite a bit older.
Yeah, because that's my uncles are like my dad's an old hippie, but my uncles are these old carpenters and mechanics. And for some weird reason, I modeled myself after them, and I don't know why. And I look exactly like my Uncle Glenn, which is, let's not get into that. I don't need to know. But, yeah, I get that a lot, and it's just how my demeanor is too. It's I'm not saying I'm creepily warm, but I'm warm to a lot of people, and if there's curious kids and teenagers, yeah, I'll take them under my wing, and we'll hang out and all that stuff in a group environment. I'm like, I won't pull up in a car. You're like, hey, you want to go for a drive? I'm not that type of guy, but I'm just that type of guy. I don't discriminate people of ages. I'm considerate of everyone. So then that's how I earned the uncle. The Uncle Jamie. That's who I am to everyone else. But yeah, I can be Uncle King.
You could tell me to fuck off, and I probably say thank you. Very Canadian.
Very Canadian. Well, that's what most of my friends do, and I feel bad sometimes because I do it to Raven sometimes because I've gotten so used to him. Me and my friends, we bust each other's balls all the time, and we just ride each other so freaking hard, and we do it out of affection. So if you're not insulting the guy, then the guy's like, "What's wrong? Are you okay? What did I do?" Because I didn't insult him in the last half an hour. I feel bad sometimes, and sometimes too. I like to bust you a little bit, but yeah, sometimes Raven's like, "Oh, what that mean, King?" I'm like, "Oh no, sorry. I like you, Raven." So
I'm trying to joke around. I'm trying to poke fun at you.
Yeah, I like poking fun, even though it's rude and I don't really know you. It's like, yeah, it is what it is.
42, you sound like my Uncle King. I'm everyone's uncle.
Randall would be an excellent uncle. He's that type of guy too, that he'd be like, let's go to the gym, let's get some reps in, let's eat healthy, let's do this. He's the best type of uncle.
Well, he is an uncle too, as well, so.
Yeah, awesome, and I'm sure that nephew is going to be absolutely awesome because of Rando's guidance.
Influence.
See, I'm going to be I'm a terrible uncle because I'm the type of uncle already that I let my nephew kind of do whatever he wants, and when my sister's constantly saying when he turns a certain age, he's not going out for a beer with you. She's already trying to plan this out. I'm like, hey,
when he's 19, you cannot take him for a beer.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, but I'm like, if the chips fall where they may, the chips fall where they may. I can't handle that. You know, it is what it is. Oh man, there's a very attractive name right there. King Cadaver's in.
Hey,
Oh
King.
man,
Other King.
it's just two Canadians, thank you.
Yes, there are two Canadians here.
Uh, yeah, Derringer, you're right. Raven is weird.
I personally disagree, but I don't think he's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's
Raven,
perfectly normal, but I'm also
I
very weird.
it's funny. We're all weird. Everyone's got a bit of weird, and it's a different type of weird.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it's funny. Like with Raven, is he's just so, I guess, concise.
Hmm.
He's that type of weird. He's that type of guy that just, yeah, he's an investigator. He likes to look into things and do stuff and dig and all that. And then when he does that and he kind of talks to you about it, yeah, it can sound a bit like the hell. But yeah, yeah, I get that sort of weird. But yeah, he's not like weird, like stares at you in the dark weird.
No,
Is
that's
that it
me.
could be construed that way?
No, that's Lulu.
Yeah, as she stares at you in the dark with the glowing eyes because that's reflecting off the light in an eerie fashion.
Oh God, cats and dogs both have that extra reflective on their eyes, and it's so creepy when that light hits it just the right way, or just the wrong way.
Yeah, I know it. Or I'll go out to drop off some garbage out at the curb there, and then we have the local possum or coon that are staring at me from across the street, and they are dangerous and they have rabies. But that extra
Not the
eye
possums.
not the possums. I thought the possums were full
Nope.
of rabies.
Possums cannot get rabies.
Get out of here! What
Do
type
not
of blood?
kill possums. They they eat ticks. Possums are
Oh,
immune to rabies. I recently found this out.
that's awesome! How is that possible? I love that.
I don't know. They grew. They have the. Don't ask questions. I don't think.
I just read it, King. I can't give you any more details.
I
All right,
just
all right.
I didn't look too far into it.
If you see a possum, hug it. Yeah, yeah. The problem is they got those tiny little teeth, Seraphim.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, I got an awesome story for you guys. So it was Christmas, and I didn't eat the entire turkey. Yeah, that's my fault. I didn't eat the entire turkey, and then I threw the entire turkey out, and then I put it outside. When I put it outside, I forgot that the garbage guy wasn't showing up until the next day, so I had to bring it back inside. It was too late. The scent was already there. The
Oh
possum.
no.
So I brought it inside, and then I went to grab my recycling the possum made inside my house. I got a possum inside my house. So guess what I do?
Hmm.
I run around like a scared baby with a broom, and I'm just waving it at the possum, not hitting it, but just trying to threaten it, say that I might hit you, I might get you, and the possum just stared at me. And then eventually the possum got bored and walked out because I left the door open for like an hour. The
Was it opossum? Like, I swear it's not spelt the way that I just saw it.
well, yeah, it's a opossum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so apparently they're not immune, but they rarely carry rabies.
Oh, okay. Because yeah. Because nothing again. Because it's not like I didn't believe you, 242. It's just like, if it was possible, then what type of blood or immunity system? But that's
Well,
still impressive though that they can't get it, or it's hard for them to get it.
yeah, it's hard for it to stick, which is really good.
Yeah.
Which just means that their immune system knows how to deal with it. That's all, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just they have they've had the COVID vaccines or the rabies vaccines.
They had the rabies vaccine, so don't worry about it.
Which is crazy because I remember my buddy, he got bit by a fox.
Oof.
Yeah, and I said, "Are you sure it wasn't a coyote?" Because we have a lot of coyote problems down in Toronto right now. He's like, "No, it's a fox, bro." Dude. I'm like, "Cool, it's a fox," but he got bit by the fox. He got rabies. It's like 16 needles or something.
16? 1-6?
Yeah, 1-6. He had to get 16 needles. I
In
was
the
like,
butt.
yeah, right in the butt. The guy goes, "I need your biggest cheek, your most plumpest cheek to absorb all this needle solution
Oh
to
my
fight
God.
the rabies." Yeah, yeah. But he was, it was scary. He was telling me, like, his throat was sealing up and he was foaming from the mouth and all that. And me being a really good friend, I was giggling a little bit because he was fine, and maybe at the time I might have been worried, but yeah, I was giggling because the way he was telling me it. I couldn't drink water, bro. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because yeah, it's rabies is scary because you become light sensitive, you become not able to drink water, like, and then your brain, like, you stop functioning and you just want to bite stuff because the rabies wants to spread.
Yeah, you got it. It's like 28 days later. It's just that's pretty much it. Except you're not puking up blood, infecting other people. But yeah, it's pretty much it, right? You're you're rabid.
Yep.
At the end of the day, you be rabid.
And that's
But yeah,
why you, if your dog or cat or anything gets bitten by something, you're not sure, you go get them. Well, actually, they're supposed to have rabies shots permanently because they can't tell you when they're not feeling well and all the symptoms, right? So it's just to protect them.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Should a veterinarian have rabies shots for people as well as themselves? Probably, right?
No, it's just for animals. It's different.
different.
It's different things.
Yeah, I guess so. Which is, I mean, yeah, yeah, the biology is different, so that makes sense. Yeah. with you on
Seraphine,
that.
the Minebar. Jellyfish are immune to aging. Derringer. Jelly is not immune to aging, though. Jelly is not immune to aging, though.
Well, what type of jelly? Is it like the fat jelly in your stomach, or is it like the Jello pudding pop? Because there's different types of jelly, Derringer. We need to specify
We need
what type of
specifics.
jelly.
We need the research. I want to see your paper. I want to see your work.
Yeah, yeah, and you have to because you're the self-proclaimed scientist, Derringer. So we really need to you need to throw us this info right away.
Anything you say, you need evidence.
Yeah, you got it. It's amazing how awesome jellyfish are. Like
Oh, frick.
they're just immortal,
Fruit
immortal.
Yeah. Well, they do age and then they revert, and then they age again and they revert and they age again and they revert. And it's like, what sorcery is this?
Yeah, and it's like, do you like how do they mate? Do they lay eggs and then does the male like drop like the like sperm on the eggs? Like how does this all happen? And why are they so stingy and deadly if they touch you?
Well,
What is this?
that's what they eat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's awesome though. I was watching a trash pile by Vancouver on YouTube or a Netflix show, and there's jellyfish just like floating with the trash and having a good time, not even deterred. They're like, whatever. You humans, you can litter this world, this ocean. I'm just gonna swim past everything. I love it, bro. I love those jellyfish.
Is it eels or is it certain eels? I thought it was certain eels. They don't know how they spawn.
Yeah, yeah. And certain eels are can do like electrical powers, right?
Yes, there's electrical eels.
Yeah, and then there's some eels that are like smaller that live in swampy swamps.
Yes. There's lots of different
moon
eels.
jelly. What's a moon jelly, Derringer?
They are cute, squishy boys, apparently.
Awesome. Now, can you hug a moon jelly without getting stung? Because then sign me up. Tell me where they're at.
No, I don't think you can. They're very pretty, though.
Yeah, yeah. That's therapeutic. That's like some ASMR stuff. You get some nice acoustic guitar going with a jellyfish just swimming in the ocean. Maybe by a moonlight or maybe the sun. You can pick, but that's some pretty good stuff right there.
Oh, no, they can't sing you. I think you can just touch them, because I see a hand right next to one.
Yeah, I think it's on how you touch it. It's like the top, right? You just can't touch the
stingy parts, the stingers.
yeah, the stingers, which I'm assuming is on the legs or the arms or whatever.
I actually see a guy swimming right through them. I think you're fine.
Oh,
And
so no.
I see a turtle eating one.
Yes, take that. Yeah, I know that the turtles. That's what they do. What they gotta do. What do turtles eat? They don't eat jellyfish. I thought they were plant eaters.
Apparently this turtle eats jellyfish.
Awesome.
I think they're omnivores.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just like us.
Yeah.
Just like that.
It makes
Because,
sense, actually, to be an omnivore, because then you can eat whatever you need. In case anyone wants to know
Yeah.
what they look like. Hippos are the friendliest animals in the animal kingdom. Only house hippos.
Yeah, only house hippos, and it has to be the tiniest of house hippos.
Yes.
No,
Otherwise,
no hippos are not. I'm glad you never verified that.
I think most people that watch this now know what a house hippo is at this point because I never stopped talking about them. I love house. I really wanted a house hippo growing up. I was so disappointed.
Oh, me too. And I was like convinced. I was absolutely convinced. And he's in the little dog pan, and there's many of them. It's like, where's the house hippo, Mom? And my mom's like, what are you talking about? What is going on here? Yeah, but no joke though. Hippos, they're brutal.
Oh,
They
God.
have their mouth wide open, ready to eat something or attack something.
Yeah,
scary.
well, they're very territorial. So,
Oh.
if you're in their area, they will fuck up a bitch.
Yeah, you got it. They're like elephants. You can see the elephant just breezing itself off with its big ears, using its tusk to pet its little baby and eat stuff. If you're in its territory, that elephant is chasing you down and
Oh, God, yeah.
stomping you out. Yeah, it's brutal.
Doesn't
They
want to
don't
eat
always
you.
have to look evil.
It doesn't want to eat you. It just doesn't want you anywhere near it, which is fair. We have done a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
love
bad
it.
things to poor elephants.
Yeah, you got it. I love it. There's no hate. There's nothing personal. Just get out of my house.
This is
It's
my
as
house.
simple as that.
This is my house. Get the fuck out of my house. This is my baby.
You best be stepping in my house. Yeah, you get out. Yeah, that's what it's talking about.
Did you guys have house hippo ads in Australia Alternative Night?
He must have. I mean, I know it was Canadian made
Yeah.
specifically, but yeah, but Australia and Canada, you share the same the same broadcast companies. I swear you guys do.
Very possible.
Yeah, had to have been. Because I'm positive because even like Netflix stuff, I've noticed that we share the same the same like broadcast. Like the Americans, they get different Netflix shows than we do, but Australia, we're the same. No way! I can't believe that. That's too bad. Oh, actually, I don't want to ask you this, but how old are you actually, Alternative Night? If you're the same age as, or if you're in roughly mid-30, then I'm confused. But if you're younger, then yeah, maybe you missed the ad.
Yeah, because it was big in the 90s. I remember.
Yeah, you got it.
But they remade it.
Yeah, you're telling me that.
In
Oh yeah,
2019.
and it's fine. It's fine. But I like the old school one.
Oh, Canada and Australia are even under the same monarch. Yeah! Elizabeth.
You got it. Yeah, constitutional monarchy. They don't watch over us, but they kinda watch over us.
Kind of. They come here and we're like, yay!
That's so good. Hey, he's here.
And I'm like, that's interesting, but why do we still have a monarchy? What do they do?
Wait, what? Do they still live in a palace? Do they have a lot of dogs?
Yeah. Though Queen Elizabeth isn't having any more dogs. When they pass away, that's it.
Yeah, makes sense because, well, yeah, how long does the queen have, eh? Like, what is she, like 90 something?
Yeah. She's in her
right?
early 90s, and actually her husband just died before he turned 100.
Yeah, Philip went down for the count finally. Like, he's been having heart problems and all that stuff. My mom's a huge monarchist and Princess Di fan, so yeah, she always lets me in on the loop of what they're doing. She's so proud because she's the same age as Di if she was still alive, and both my sister and myself were born the same times as Henry or Harry and William. So yeah, she's all about that stuff.
Alternative's 22. Yeah. This might be before his time.
Oh yes, yeah. You know what? Our bad. Alternative Night. Yeah, 22. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you would have to watch the new one. Which who watches commercials anymore? We're in the age of like no TVs. She's 95. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, Jelly Bean would know. She lives there. We better be careful. Yeah. She might be all for the queen. Don't hurt me if you are. I find the history really interesting, but I'm sitting here going, why do we need them? We don't really need them anymore.
We don't, and I think, and mind you, like Jelly Bean can speak to this, huge. Like the British people probably wake up every day going, why are we paying them all these boatload of money to live in this big old house and drive these big expensive cars just to wave at us? They're not presiding over anything anymore and stuff like that.
Well, the Queen Elizabeth still takes part in the government.
Yeah.
They still meet every morning, and she still goes over what happened throughout yesterday, and she still gives them counsel on what she think would be the best to do.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah, because I'm a big fan of The Crown, and I remember an episode where they gave her a big book, and the Prime Minister has to come in and talk to her about stuff and give guidance. Yeah, you're right, actually.
Yeah.
I love Derringer. Then Betty White's like 99. Yeah, that's the old lady I was thinking about, actually.
Yeah, Betty White for Queen. Betty White, oh my god, I didn't know that she had a show way back, like in the 50s,
Yep.
where she brought on a black dancer. And someone phoned in and went, "Why do you have this black dancer on? This is shameful, blah, 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 blah." And she's like, "It's my show, and I will do what the fuck I want." She didn't say
Love
fuck.
that.
But
Oh,
she
no,
said,
but-
"This is my show, and I'm doing what I want." She was canceled 2 weeks. She was canceled shortly afterwards. But she still didn't. She still gave him his spotlight that he definitely deserved.
I love that. I absolutely love that. It sucks because I found out in the 60s, the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s, that's where people were getting canceled for. They were getting canceled because they were putting on really progressive stuff, allowing strong women of color to broadcast themselves and speak out against stuff, and then the white man suits were shutting them down. It's amazing how it's completely switched around now these days. But yeah, I believe you. I believe that, and that sucks. That sucks for Betty White, that she has to do something like that and get canceled because of something that it's based on talent. Betty White wasn't saying, "Oh yeah, let's just have her on because she's of color." She looked and went, "Oh, she's talented, she's got skill, this is fun. Oh, she's of color too." Like, it's one of those things too, right?
It was actually a guy, but yeah.
Oh, our guys, yeah, guy. It's yeah,
But
and
yeah,
it's
it
just like,
still was like, who cares what color skin they have? They're talented. They deserve their spotlight. So yeah. And
got
apparently, Jellybean said my friend wrote to the Queen when she was having housing problems, and the Queen helped her. She does care.
yeah, and that's the biggest thing too. As my mother points out all the time, even though there's racist allegories for a lot of the family, the Queen does look at her subjects with care and precision. Apparently, she really does reach out to a lot of them. Apparently, just like old Rob Ford did for us when he was mayor.
Well,
So
she
yeah,
was never supposed to be the Queen. She was never supposed to be in the running at all. She was never raised for what she became. It's because her uncle, what's the word? He gave up the throne so he could marry a twice divorced American woman.
you got it. He advocated real quick.
But he was in love, which I've no problem. He was in love. I mean, he wanted to be with her, and they were telling him he couldn't marry a woman he actually loved and cared for. Like, that's pretty messed up because she was divorced.
Yeah, I agree. And the same thing with Harry. He fell in love with this actress that was divorced, and
She was an
felt
actress, and she's of color.
that that as well. And the family they crapped on him, and then and thanks to the Crown again, Princess Diana was never supposed to marry Buddy because he was in love with the girl that she's married now.
He's married to now. Yeah, Camilla. He's always
Camilla.
loved Camilla. He always wanted to be with Camilla, but he had to marry a higher class woman.
Yeah, and the age wasn't the issue. They're like, "Oh yeah, so what if she's like 20 years younger than you?" No, this is a purebred blah blah blah. It's like, what is this?
It wasn't 20. It was 10. It was about a decade.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah, I'm building it up. I'm just adding to it.
Yeah, but it's a little bit too much. My parents are actually 9 years different, so I don't think it's that big of a deal if you actually love each other.
Yeah, and I should point that out too, where I'm currently dating a 24-year-old woman as well. I'm 39,
Bad
so-
king.
No, so I should be speaking too much. Yeah, the current queen of the Canadian Hills 24, and we have nothing in common. I should point that out too. It's tough sometimes
Why are
when you
you
try to
dating someone you have no one in common with?
it's for me, it's a proving ground that I'm not getting old, that I can still keep up with people. It's the stupidest thing in the world. It's some sort of inadequacy thing. That's what I'm thinking of. That I can still be hip and cool and all that. But yeah, it's she's out of the house right now. But yeah, it's brutal. But that's another story on itself. That maybe the judges will listen to.
And apparently Betty White was born in 1922. Sliced bread was invented in 1928. Betty White is older than sliced bread.
I love it. Oh man, thank you, Rando. Thank you, Derringer. This is it. This is it, man. Oh, I love it. Derringer, that's the type of factoids that you should be bringing to every chat. I'm telling
But I personally think that he should have never had to been given up the throne. And I understand it was a different time. And the same thing with poor Harry. Like, people give him a hard time. I'm like, he loves her. He is not the crown prince in any way, shape, or form.
No repercussions.
Let him do what the hell he wants, for one. And two, your crown prince, like, the woman he married, they didn't want to ever, like, they always had feelings for each other from what I've heard, but they didn't want to date because he didn't want to bring her in to the situation he was in. Because he knew whoever he married, that would have problems because you're going to be living in the limelight for the rest of your life. He married and Harry married an actress who's used to the limelight. Huh. Seems like a good idea.
It does, right? She's used to the paparazzi, to the cameras flashing, to the pressure of being this person in front of movie execs and producers and all that. She was trained for this, and yet it still wasn't enough. They're like, no, you know, colored divorce. It sucks. It actually sucks.
In this day and age, divorce isn't that big of a deal. Take care, Rando.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Randall. Thanks, man. Thanks for dropping by and dropping some good comments, man. I love you, man.
No, a lot of people think divorce means you failed. Divorce just means that you grew apart at some point. And as long as it's honorable and you both were like, you know what, we're not in this for the right reasons anymore, and you can separate your life perfectly fine after the fact.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. It's just it's a difference of opinion and viewpoint that you hit in your life, and everyone hits it. Everyone grows. That's when they say when you grow out of love. It's just how things are. You just grow. You grow out of a different viewpoint, out of a lifestyle, out of a life change.
Yeah.
And I think it's healthy to leave each other, to separate.
If you can't find the middle ground, that if you're realizing that you're not happy together anymore, why should you stay together?
Yeah, you got it. I love that. I love that clear communication, because if you don't do that, then odds are you're gonna find somebody that you do connect with, and then you're doing extramarital stuff.
And now you just hurt them anyways.
Yeah, and then no one wins, and then everyone's bitter. Yeah, I love that idea, and it's cool. Like, my sister made a decision where she was gonna stick with this guy, and then that they were gonna have a kid together, but they were never gonna get married, and that they were never gonna do anything that involved in financial investment towards the future. They wanted to have a kid together. They love each other. They wanted to live together for now, and then they're just gonna let the chips lie where they go. And my parents hated that, but they're making it work.
Take care, Derringer.
Yes. Derringer, love you, man. Thanks for dropping in, and the great factoids as well, and your comments are always good. Thanks, brother.
My wife asked for a divorce today, saying I was too un-American. I saw it coming from a kilometer away.
Yeah, it's just so good. Oh man. Hopefully that's just the joke and a bit, and hopefully that's
He's only
true.
19. If he's married, we got new problems.
I look at these avatars, and I can only guess I'm like, how old are these guys? Who are these guys? I just look at King Kadabra and I see just the skull-faced guy that's on it looks like from American Horror Story.
Oh, he said he was 19 recently, like in this chat, so that's why. And I knew he was fairly young. I know exactly how old Seraphine is. Exactly. To the minute, almost.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Recent birthday for Seraphine or no?
Oh, no, he's just the exact same age as me, but a few days older.
You were married at 19. There you go.
No,
But
Seraphine was not married at 19. He got married quite a bit older than that. Don't you lie to me.
What are you flying?
Seraphine, I know too much about you. Also, apparently if you want to marry the woman that you were dating, take her to a Spanish exorcist. It works every time.
Yes, I remember that chat. I remember that stream. Yes, that was a wonderful story, Seraphine. Yeah.
I can't believe she didn't just walk away. I was married to the grind.
You know what, King Kadabra? Let's not go with that. Like, you can wait till you're 30, but when you hit 30, brother, and then you just happen to find somebody that you're madly in love with, that you can share a life with, then do it. But yeah, don't make that decision, because my mother's been telling me that for the past like 20 years, and she's convinced that when I turn 40, that I'm gonna settle down. So yeah, you just find the one first, and then go from there, brother.
At 40, you'll get married. At 30, you'll get married. Or 20, you'll get married. 25, you'll get married. 30, you'll get married. 35, you get married. That's it. At 40, you're getting married. Because I'm going to find you a goddamn wife.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the tone of my mother. At 20, she was wondering. And yeah, right away. She's like, what are you doing right now? What's happening? I said, I'm only 20, Ma. Then at 30, she's like, 30, you got yourself a good job. You got to get yourself a house now? I said, that's it, Ma. No, it's like, you got the house, you got the job. What are you doing? I said, no, just got to find her. Well, it better be soon. And it's in a threatening tone. That's it.
Hello, Dylan. You better find the goddamn what by now?
Yeah. I want my son to settle down. Quit bringing different women in. This one's 24 now. What are you doing?
Look, I might be getting older, but you know, the nice thing about them is they never seem to get older.
The Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah, that was where I was going with it. I mean, I changed it a little bit, but yeah. The older I get, the same age they stay. Oh god, it's so creepy.
Yeah, for me, it's straight up just displeasure. I don't believe in myself. I have a fear of commitment. It's gotta be. How you doing, Vanilla? Dylan, I love you, man. How you doing, brother? He's one of the nicest guys on Twitter. He was, I was having a bad day, and I was viewing some of my videos, and I just was counting myself out, and he reached out to me in the kindest way. He said to me, he goes, "Do you play video games?" I said, "I do not." And he goes, "The moment you decide to play video games, you let me know." I love that. I love that guy. Vanetta, you're a good man.
Do you play video games? No. Okay. If you ever change your mind, I'm your guy.
And I knew exactly what Vanetta Dylan was telling me. He's like, he's just reaching out. He's, you know what, you come hang with me. We'll do this thing together. We'll have some fun. I love it, man. Yeah.
It does. That sounds kind of funny though. Just to have someone like, don't worry, I'll hook you up.
Yeah. I love it. It's awesome. That's the neatest thing about joining the horror narrating community, joining your guys' community. I had no idea what this was going to be all about. It was fun just jumping into this and then just finding out how considerably nice everyone was.
I know. I was like, we do horror, but we're like the nicest community ever.
Yeah, it's amazing. It floors me every day that I can just jump on Twitter write something down, type out something, and then there's just love everywhere. And people are like, "Oh, it's so toxic, Twitter, the hate and all that." And it's like
Depends where you go.
yeah, I was like, "You're following the wrong people." I have right now, I think I got about like 90 people I follow. They're all legit. They're all good. They're all kind. I got no problems right now. It's just all the people you follow. That's all it is.
I have 232. I need 10 more.
Yeah.
I need to follow 10 more. So King Cadaver, who would be your favorite comedy show for Canadians? It's always snowing in Winnipeg. Don't go to Winnipeg. I would say Corner Gas for me.
Yeah, Corner Gas is not bad. Like I'd love to cheat and say Supernatural for Vancouver there.
Well, but it's not actually Canadian. It was filmed in Canada, but it was an American company that owned it.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, you got it. But yeah, Corner Gas is good. Letterkenny and Trailer Park Boys is always
I didn't like
is
Trailer
always
Park
your
Boys.
part in it.
I tried to watch it. It just wasn't my humor.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not a lot of people's humor. It's a type of show that you can just watch it for clips and just quick little bits. You can tune in on the fly. Corner Gas is a lot the same way because Brent Butt, he's a great comedian and he does a lot of great writing. And yeah, you can tune into Corner Gas wherever the start of the show or the finish of the show is, and then you can get some good bits. So it works both ways. But you know what though? I'm gonna go with Schitt's Creek. I think that's my all-time favorite.
This hour has 22 minutes, but that's like a late night show.
Yeah.
Similar
Yeah, and
idea.
and Rick Mercer report was great too. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Variety television show made in Canada. Haven't seen that in a long time. If you guys ever get the chance, go to SCTV. It's an old 1980s Saturday Night Live sort of television show. It's with John Candy and stuff like that. Rick Moranis. It's an awesome variety SNL show that's in the 80s and 70s. Yeah, it was a great show. SCTV. Yeah, give it a shot.
I think my
They're editing.
chase.
They're editing cracks again.
Oh God, I hate when that happens. My least favorite thing is please tell me you're safe. Please tell me you're safe. Please tell.
I'm right with you on that. When I do editing, voice editing, and then I go over and start doing crappy little video editing with my crappy little graphics, yeah, I'm just saving constantly.
Just like please don't crash. Please tell me safe.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm currently working on this stupid, terrifying top 5 that I'm releasing a video tomorrow that everyone should watch if you don't mind. But I'm constantly doing video editings and top 5s and all that, and when it crashes, man, does that hurt because you just had it right.
You're like it was just
Yeah, it's just like I just ended my one little sentence, my one little bit. The little guy came up and it was perfect. Oh, that timing's so good. And then out of nowhere, forgot to plug in my laptop. Boom, everything's gone.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
then you gotta start working the timing again. Oh, it's brutal.
Seraphine, I've come to find that the horror community and death metal fans are the nicest people in history.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Bard, you nailed it, brother. So I'm a huge Slipknot Metallica fan. I've done Vans Warp tours. You got it, brother. We get all of our aggression out in the pit. We have nothing left in us after we're done mistakenly punching yourselves in the face.
Who the fuck punched me? Oh shit, it was me. God damn it, not again.
Yeah, and Seraphine, you nailed it, man. That's what's cool about death metal and all that. All the aggression's out there. There's nothing inside anymore. Yeah, you're so true, man.
I listen to heavy rock, not heavy metal. Like I listen to, they call it not heavy rock.
Like Foo Fighters?
No, even heavier than that. Shine Down, In This Moment. There's Slipknot as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Pretty much I listen to Octane.
Oh, yeah,
Hard
I
rock.
love it.
I think it's called hard rock.
Yeah, hard rock. Yeah, metal's more like I guess Cannibal Corpse, Megadeth. No, actually, Megadeth's hard rock. I can see that. I can see Metallica hard rock as well. I know where you're coming from. Yeah, it's good, man. I love that stuff. You're never late, Raven. You're never late. You're trying to take time off, bro.
It's all good, as Raven Dreams. It's all good, man. I didn't even expect you to come, actually. I just want you to sleep and feel better and relax. And I also, Lamb of God, I also took Lulu for another car ride today. She had so much fun because I needed Tim Hortons again because I still didn't go and buy milk.
And 242 speaking the truth because I saw photo evidence. So Lulu was happy.
Lulu was happy.
Happy.
And I took a picture of the sunrise. It was so pretty.
You got bagels from the local shop. Nice.
Ooh,
What did you put on the bagels?
It definitely wasn't Tim Hortons.
No. I mean, you could go to Tim Hortons.
No.
You just got to.
He's got to drive really far to get to Tim Hortons.
I got a comment on one of my videos saying they're belittling me that it's like a tourist trap that I'm making for videos. I'm always plugging Ontario, and it's a tourist trap. And I make no qualms about it. It is a tourist trap. I love plugging my province and city. So
I
yeah,
mean, I lived in a tourist trap too. I'm from the Vancouver area. What do you think that is? You got Vancouver, Squamish, and Whistler. They're tourist traps.
And how can you not plug it? And it's a good
so
city.
Pretty.
It is. It's amazing. Like, you know, as well as I do, cities that face winters, you don't get that. You get that stupid chemical whitewash crap. Vancouver, it's all natural water. It's all good. We got salt stains everywhere. It sucks. The town.
Wait, we pronounce bagels weirdly?
Bagels. Come on.
And we tell these bagels, and I'm like, it's called bagels. It's bagels.
How about bagels or bagels? Bagels.
I don't know. We should throw a French accent on it. Bagels.
Bagels. S'il vous plaît, je crois bagels.
How many people from Quebec do you see?
So I'm friends. So amazing enough, I have friends that are from Lebanon, and one of my friends from Lebanon is a how do I put this? He loves to date and see French women. So he's I don't know how else to put it. So he kindly separates himself from said woman when he feels that it's necessary to do so. So he has a lot of friends that hang around because he's a very attractive Lebanese man.
Oh God.
So yeah, so he constantly goes up there to hang around, and I know a bunch of them through that, and they're constantly speaking French and all that good stuff. And that's how I know. And let me tell you this though, I am as brutal as any Southern Ontarian. Like I don't speak a lick of it, but it's constantly thrown at me through him. So I should point that out.
Yeah, well, I was just wondering because you guys are like right next to each other. I'm like, how many people from Quebec do you see? Because like, I see like every once in a while I get Ontario played out here. I'm like, holy shit, you got pretty far, dude. What you doing out here?
Yeah. Well, we're bored, and we get sick of each other. We get sick of the Toronto atmosphere.
I saw one from Nova Scotia, and I'm like, oh my God, how did you get this far? Get back to your little island.
There's just something about driving across the Trans-Canada Highway, and then you just go to Saskatchewan, and it's just all these flat fields, and you just want to go farther, and you want to hit those mountains, and then when you hit those mountains, yeah, we make it to your parts. There's just something about it. It's just something about just doing the drive. I don't know what it is. It is what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, I've been seeing a few more plates from BC. I think people are moving from BC to this area. They're following me. I did it 2 years ago. Apparently now it's cool. Go back to your province. Leave me alone.
Yeah, there's no housing or oil boom. Nothing. It's just 242. That's all it's all about.
Apparently, my Canadian accent comes out when I say Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
In Nova Scotia. Tell me about it, eh?
Hey, what are you talking about?
All these bagel talk made me hungry. Fair enough. Same.
No. I had bagels. I had bagels and butter.
I had a Tim Hortons home biscuit bacon sandwich.
Oh, I love
I got
it.
my husband the sausage version. I can't eat sausage. My stomach can't digest it properly, so.
Oh, is that right? Is it the pork, or
I
is just the sausage?
we can't figure out what it is, but I end up tasting it for like days afterwards. And like the odd sausage I can have, but we haven't figured out if it's the coating, like, or the spices or what it is. But so, I never really cared for sausage to begin with, and then tasting it for hours and days afterwards, you're just like, I'm good. You can have it.
Now, silly question. 242. Answer me this. You do brush your teeth, right?
I do what?
You do brush your teeth, right?
Yes.
Okay, no, I just wanted to know. So,
No.
mouthwash.
I burp it up.
You burp it up. Oh my goodness, for days on end?
Yeah, and apparently Raven says the same thing. Yeah, I burp it up on it. Like, I burp and I can still taste it for days. Eggs used to do it too, but they don't do it to me anymore. But yeah, no, so I'll burp and it will taste like sausage for days. So
Oh man.
there's something in it my body just doesn't like. So I just kind of, for the most part, like, I can have andouille sausage and be fine. And there was this one, we have this mango habanero one I can have, and that's perfectly fine. But it's still like, every time we have sausage, I'm like, okay, I'll try it. But like the odd one, like, I don't like sausage on pizzas at all. Like, I don't like the taste of it on them, and that one doesn't sit well on me.
Yeah, because that's many multiple sausages cut up,
Yeah.
and then taking it all in. See, I've been gifted with a hypo extreme acid. Like, I can digest anything quickly.
Which is probably not great for your esophagus if you get heartburn.
It's terrible for your esophagus. I'm a Pepto fiend because of that. Yeah, you nailed it.
I have to be very careful. My dad is on medications because he has such bad heartburn that he actually has to take it every single day. So I have to pay attention to how much heartburn I'm getting, and if it's really bad, then there's a chance that I'll have to get on to heartburn medicine as well.
Oh wow!
Genetic.
Do the Pepto trip. Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah, like my. Sorry. Yeah, go.
I was just saying, I don't have to do it very often. It's like once a month I might get heartburn. So.
Oh, that's not too bad. So yeah, because for me it'd be once a week, and then my dad would be like, "How many glugs are you doing?" I'm like, "How many glugs am I doing?" He's like, "Glugs of Pepto," because we throw out the cup. Me and my dad, we take the cup, we throw it out. We're like, "This is not gonna do it." We just drink it right from the bottle. So I'll break his heart sometimes and say, "I do 5 glugs today." He's like, "5 glugs? Too much. Too much. What are we doing here? What are you eating?"
You should also be paying attention to what you're eating, because if you notice that you're eating certain things and you're getting heartburn after that, that means you probably need to cut that out of your diet.
100%. I eat trash. I do the gas station burgers and hot dogs.
Oh my god, not the gas station burgers. Oh my god, those are so bad.
Yeah, they're brutal. So I had to get home. So last night I got home. Not even last night. I got home at 2 a.m. from my work, and the only thing was open was the gas station. So I had
Not even a McDonald's?
Not even McDonald's. See, here's my way of thinking. Oh, McDonald's, gross. I don't want to eat that refurbished, remade stuff. I'm gonna go get a gas station meatball sandwich. That's my way of thinking.
So at least it's hot and mostly okay. I mean, depends. Sometimes McDonald's, it doesn't go very well down, but sometimes, like, oh my god, it's like you telling me you have gas station sushi. Ugh. Now, to be fair, I've had it more than once, but that was mostly because I couldn't get real sushi where I lived.
And apparently it's the most dangerous thing in the world. You are more dangerous than Evel Knievel if you get gas station sushi.
Well, okay, it wasn't from a gas station. It was from a grocery store, but it basically was gas station quality.
Yeah, but apparently you're putting your life in your own hands if you do gas station sushi. And I see it. It's staring at me every time I go in there.
You're
this
like,
gas station sushi.
Well, you also gotta think, how many people are buying this? Like, is this actually worth the amount of money they're putting into it?
Yeah, and it is, and apparently there's so many stories of stomach viruses and some sort of weird worms and cold
Oh.
fever that you get from sushi from gas stations. But
Well,
yeah, I'll get the meatball sandwich every time.
and the burger.
Yeah, yeah. If they did a supersize me for gas stations, I would change my tune. But they did supersize me for McDonald's, so that's why I don't do it.
Well, the problem with Super Size Me is the guy went from a vegan diet, wasn't it,
Yep, you're right.
to eating only meat and stopped working out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He flat out did it. Cold turkey.
yeah, that would be why he had such a bad. That's why, yeah. No, he went from a completely different lifestyle to a very unhealthy one, and it was extreme.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course he's gonna have, but yeah, no, people need to cut back on how much fast food they're eating, definitely. And I'm not saying that I am any better. I eat a lot more fast food than I should.
Yeah, and he did it just to prove a point. That's why he stopped doing everything at the same time, because he hated McDonald's and all that good jazz. But yeah. But you don't tell us that in the documentary.
No, he doesn't. There's a guy who, he pretty much did the same thing, but he was someone who normally ate McDonald's or ate more fast food. And yes, there was some side effects to it, but it wasn't to the extreme he went through. Because his body was able to handle it.
There's this sweet article that I read that there's a guy, and this is recent, like last week. He celebrated eating his like 20,000th burger at McDonald's. Oof. And the guy's got this awesome mullet haircut. He's got mutton chops, and he keeps all of his burger containers at his house ever since. God. Yeah, and I'll tell you this much: he doesn't look the greatest.
No, that's a lot of burgers.
Yeah. Hey Raven, to replace their sushi monthly, that's some scary stuff, bro.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't grab sushi from them. Ugh. I only eat protein. Enough said. Yeah, he eats protein on top of his protein with more protein on top.
Yeah, with a protein sandwich.
Yeah.
That's just a piece of meat, and then he just puts protein on the top and the bottom. I love it. It's all about the muscle mass, man. Yeah.
Yeah, the boy, I would give him. He keeps telling me how much he wants to weigh, and I'm like, here, I will give you my weight. You have it, you be happy. I lose it, I be happy.
So I work out only to stay fit. So I only bench maybe about 50, and it's just not to create muscle, but just to keep myself svelte, you know.
Keep yourself healthy.
Yeah, because I think when did I weigh myself? I weighed myself maybe 2 months ago. I think I'm 150 and I'm 6'1", so I just want to keep it tight, you know.
You're 150?
Yeah, I'm a pretty skinny dude.
You're a toothpick, man.
Yeah. As I'm looking at myself right now, yeah. I'm there, but I got a bit of a beer gut that I'm trying to get rid of. But that's through proper eating, which might not happen.
You're 150. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't feel that bad because I look at guys like Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler and Keith Toms, like boxing legends. They were stick-looking guys that were the same height as me. So it's not unhealthy, but it's I could do better.
I weigh 160 and can deadlift 380 pounds. No wonder I have back issues.
Yeah, brother. Oh man, yeah. You gotta keep her down. Like, work it out, develop that muscle. But yeah, deadlift 380. Yeah, no joke, bro.
I can't lift that much, though. I'm not as weak as people think I am. So.
Yeah. Which. I'm turning the night. Yeah.
Me, a skinny twig. Damn, I need muscle. LOL.
Yeah, that's what I do, man. It's all about. It's weird, right? It's all about you gotta work out. Like I do treadmill stuff, and then I go on the bike, and then I'll just work out. It's all like I'm the same size roughly everywhere. And that's what it's all about for me.
I'm not unhealthy, but I could do better. That's a good way of describing health.
It's true, man. It's true, and if someone like I'm not I don't want to put Raven on the spot, but someone that just recently is burning out because of just life. Yeah, eating healthy, it's a really good way of keeping your mind clear too. You know, you got to get that microwave out of there and get something what's that thing called? Uh, oh, what is it called?
An air fryer?
Yes, thank you. Yes, air fryer. Some air fryer stuff going and get those veggies going, Raven. That'll make you feel better.
You don't know what Raven eats.
I don't know what Raven
He
eats.
might be just eating seeds for all you know. He is a bird.
He is indeed a bird, but he's a raven, so I know he loves to eat carcasses off a road with the vultures.
Bagels are
Tell me
my
that. And bagels.
And bagels. We cannot forget
Yeah.
the bagels.
Yeah, my apologies. Yeah, it's tough, man.
And coffee.
Yeah, it's tough, man, because I listening to Raven as the Raven dreams, not so much as narrating, because he's so professional, but his live streams, you can tell he was gaunt. You can tell that he was running out of gas and stuff like that. I was waiting for it, to be honest with you, kind of the burnout, kind of the walk away. But knowing, the much I know about Raven dreams is when he says, I'm walking away, I'm burnt out, I got to take some time off. Right away he goes, oh yeah, I'm still posting and working hard. It's like, here, man.
Well, he's still going to make sure there's videos because he doesn't want to lose the momentum that he's gained, right? So if he's posting something, it'll make YouTube happy, and he doesn't have to report anything. It's stuff he's already done, and it will help him in the long run because the longer videos are good for people who want to go to sleep. They can put those on, and they don't turn off on them.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. And that's exactly it. It's the truth. And
Ouch.
he knows it.
You all can tell. Now I feel bad. Raven, we know you well, and a break is a good thing. I take breaks every once in a while too, so I take micro breaks. Next Saturday I'm taking off. There's no live stream, nothing for me.
Yeah, you're doing a wedding anniversary, right?
Yep. Me and my hubby have been married for 11 years, and I am 21.
That is insane. And you are 21.
And I'm 21.
Yep, that is
Math tracks.
Yeah. You got married when you were 10.
Hello,
Yeah,
Seraphine. Seraphine sums me up. Eating healthy is a good way to keep your mind clean. Me on the way to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh, you can't beat a good Taco Bell.
Oh,
I do
God.
Mexican food constantly, but yeah, I give into a Taco Bell.
Oh, fuck yeah. My husband got me totally into it. I didn't like Taco Bell till I was with him.
It's addictive. It's so good. Oh, Seraphine, here's the thing though, bro. It's weird though. Like, ever since 2018, like Raven was the first guy I started getting into with horror narrations, and then through Raven is how I found the rest of the guys. So he was the guy I was constantly listening to. So I don't know if it was just me, but it's just he was. I homed in on a young Raven's energy, and I was there when he was doing that 24-hour live stream, and when he was grinding and working hard. Those 4,000 followers, that was all his hard work. So I guess that's how I could tell how he was kind of running out of gas, and and that's it. Like, I'm not saying that he was just unprofessionally tired and everyone can tell. That was probably just me noticing through 3 years of listening to him.
2. He's only been doing it for 2.
Oh, for 2? Okay,
Yeah.
so
Well, not even, because he started in December 2019.
Oh, he did? Okay, so yeah, awesome. So at December 2019, I was there. I was there listening to him, which is awesome because, like all of us, like we're all the same. We started listening to Corpse Husband and Let's Read and stuff like that, and bedtime stories, and then
Yeah, I like bedtime stories, but
Yeah.
actually the one that got me in was Lazy Masquerade.
Was that right? Yeah, Lazy Masquerade is great too. Like he does really good video editing and outputs as well. I love his complete product.
I don't know if he does his own videos anymore. I think, and of course he records everything, but I don't think he does his own editing. I know he doesn't do his own thumbnails anymore.
That's cool, and as you should. Once you get to a certain point where you're making good enough money, and you want to put out a really good product, that's kind of the natural progression which is it makes sense to me. Which I hope guys like you and As the Raven Dreams can do, right?
Oh, I'm just reading As the Raven Dreams. Yeah, King has been around since I was like, since like 2 months. No idea how he found me.
It was suggested. It was odd. It was suggested, and As the Raven Dreams, I think, had 100 subscribers when the time I started subscribing to him. Yeah, it was early. It was awesome. And yeah, and it was just me getting off of just about to get off of sports podcasting and all that too. So it was a nice start for all of us, I think, at the same time. Just the work he put in, the work I didn't. I just like doing once a week, every Sunday.
But no, that helps him. Listening helps, right?
Yeah, that's what I figured too. And I don't want to go off on a tangent on this topic, but I'm just gonna say this: that how do I put this without being so negative? What I see a certain YouTube narrator, and they're over 1,000 subscribers, and now they have no videos on. They pulled all their videos, and it frustrates me because that person has over 1,000 subscribers, but then I look at you, 242, with the work and the talent and the notoriety that you have, and I go, there's the 1,000 subscribers. You should have it, and it frustrates me sometimes.
I will go take that channel over, and that should be mine.
Yeah, it drives me. It was driving me nuts that this person I'm talking about had 7 videos out and quite a considerable amount of views, and it was a good product, and they had over 1,000 subscribers. But I was like, you only had 7 videos, and you kind of put out whatever you want to put out. Meanwhile, people like 242 Reads are putting out videos left, right, and center, and they're good, and they're a nice product. And yet, and then you pull all your videos because you think they're not good enough. It's like, crap, YouTube, what are you doing? You frustrate me at times.
And there could be a mountain of reasons why they hit off really fast. And hello, Demonic. I know there's a lot more to that. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce it all, so you're just Demon. It's easier.
Yeah, let me try this. Demon Enum Sanctus Pedro. Yeah, I nailed it. I know I nailed it.
It sounds like it's Latin to me.
Oh, that's totally Latin, and which I know nothing about. So I'd like to formally apologize to Timonim Sanctus Pedro for pronouncing it completely wrong.
Good one. It is Latin. Does it just mean demon?
Yeah, does it mean demon? Demon Satan, thank you?
Thank you, Sir Demon.
Daemonum Sanctis Pedro. Oh, that's what it is? Daemonum Sanctus Pedro.
Look, I don't speak Latin.
Love you guys. Yeah, I love you too. Thanks, brother. Yeah.
You should put little hyphens. The guy from Germany.
Yeah.
Holy Demon Destroyer.
Holy Demon Destroyer. I love it.
Okay,
I love it.
Destroyer would work then.
Yeah.
No.
And it sounds like a metal band too.
It does actually. We have found your metal band name.
Yeah. What's your metal name? Holy Demon Destroyer. Demon Most Robber. Oh. Okay.
Now I'm curious.
So everyone's gonna do Google Translate?
Yeah, I guarantee it.
Yeah, if it's according to Google, it's not bad, but it's probably not very accurate. Google sometimes makes mistakes.
Yeah, they like to do that. Yeah, and then when you back translate, it doesn't translate right.
Yeah, Raven, you're right, brother. Yeah, 28% accurate. I love it. Yeah, that seems about right. Damn Google. Yeah, Google. You're letting us down, man. Oh, Google. But yeah, it's funny though. Raven was telling me about how you can actually buy. You can go to a company and you can buy subscribers and buy robots and stuff like that. And
Yep.
then when he started painting that picture, I went, "Oh, that makes total sense." Because
Yeah.
I look at my channel as the same thing. I got 50 subscribers and I get about 10 views, and that's me not doing anything, just once a month or once a week, and then just kind of doing what I because I think it's fun. But then I look at you 242 reads and I go, "No, this is way too good, way too much work. Let's go."
I'm working on it. This last month's been brutal. I haven't had any growth this whole month. I was at 276, lost those 2 subscribers, finally went on Twitter and was like, please someone subscribe. I want to go back to 275 or 375. I keep doing that. I was at 376, lost 2 subscribers, went down to 374, and I'm like, can I just someone help me? Like, I really just want to get back to 375, and I got 2 subscribers, so I got back to 376, and now I gained 2 more subscribers. So I'm at 378. I'm like, I might be growing again. Yay! It's a miracle.
And I love your idea of, I'll go to TikTok, start putting my brand out there. I'll go to Instagram, plug little brands here. The Twitter plugging is always good too. I love how you're reaching out to different things in hopes of getting different people in. And come on, work, damn it, do this. It frustrates me when you have talent like this and it's not translating as I see fit.
Well,
Me.
the funny part is I just started TikTok. Literally just started. I'm at 169 followers, they call it there.
And it's awesome. I love the product you're putting out too. I love how short it is, and those 2 cent horrors are perfect for that type of TikTok.
Oh yeah, perfect for the platform. And then I do put them on YouTube
platform.
as well, so either or. But I was like, yeah, you know what? What's it gonna hurt to put this out, and maybe I'll make the YouTube algorithm like me.
Yeah, come on, you 2 algorithm, like me, do this, because I know once in a while I'll get a video that goes to 1.7 thousand views. I'll be like, wow, thank you, YouTube. You plugged one of my videos.
Hello, PA.
Ah, PA Nightmares. Hello, brother. Good to see you, man. Big fan, but you know that already.
Yeah, the thing is, I want what Raven has. It sounds really bad, but I want people who actually want to see my content. If I have 300 subscribers compared to the 1,000, but it's 300 who actually enjoy my content, where I have 1,000 where only 300 enjoy my content.
Yep.
Well, at this point, I would still like that 1,000 so I can start monetizing myself, but the point still stands.
Yeah, I'm with you though. Same here. It comes to the point of you should subscribe to either support me because you like me for me, or subscribe and view my videos because you like the silly haunted humor crap I put out. Because that's the thing too. I get so many comments where someone would be like, "This was not fun. You're a troll, and you're just trolling so and so." It's like, no, I'm making parodies. I'm doing what Saturday Night Live does. I'm doing what Mad TV does. I'm not making fun. I'm just doing funny parodies because I can't take myself serious.
You're poking fun.
Yeah, I am, and it's fun. Like, I remember poking fun at Corpse Husband's voice and stuff like that, and then including Raven in on a tweet saying you inspire me, and then Raven viewed the video, and he started laughing. He's like, yeah, it's a funny bit. Raven knows exactly what I'm going after, and it sucks when I get these. It's funny. They'll write a comment down, then they'll delete the comment, so I only get it on my email because they don't want to have the comment on there because they know it helps me. And so I get all these email comments of how I'm besmirching the horror community and how I'm making fun of BuzzFeed Unsolved and stuff like that and hard work. It's like, no, I'm doing it because I think it's funny, and I'm poking fun at it because it's I think we should poke fun at things like this. And I'm a comedian. I'm an open mic comic.
And I'm a comedian, so deal with it.
Deal with it, yeah. Like the next 9 episodes of Terrifying Top 5 that I'm putting out, I can't wait for people to get mad at oh, number 1 was a joke. What are you talking about, man? I can't believe you. It's like, yeah, it's all a joke. That's my channel. But we'll deal with it as they come. And once again, I don't take myself too seriously, so it's every comment and every thumbs down is appreciated.
Yes, no, because it's it's people interacting with you. It helps your channel, actually, weirdly enough. Yeah, so if you what Raven said is, I mentioned this before, the 5 to 10% rule is the best way to look at it. Your videos should do 5% of your sub watch on average. 10% means you're doing really well. So, like, if you have 500 subscribers, 25 is your average, 50 is good. The funny thing is, I get better. I always get above 5%, and sometimes at 10.
Yeah,
So.
I noticed that too with you. You get some really high, impressive view counts. I don't know. You know your watch throughs, but I'm assuming they're full watch throughs.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, so my last one that came out on Saturday, or on Sunday, Love's True Price. People got to 6 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad because my watch throughs are brutal. I can see where people skip and they get mad at my. They think it's serious, and then I can see them skipping and getting mad at me.
Yeah, it looks like I get a bunch of people who like start the video at the very beginning, but if they get past like the first 30 seconds, they watch the whole thing.
Oh, cool. So mine is it's a clean minute, and then they stop. They go to maybe minute 3, and then they go for another 60 seconds, and then they give up on me because they realize that. What are you doing supporting PA Nightmares and As the Raven Dreams and surfing, and you don't take it seriously? And then I get those comments, which is fine. Just keep the comment on my channel. Quit deleting it. But they know better. Yeah, but they know better. They know they don't want to support me and all that. And it's fine. I take criticism for no matter what, but just understand, I got a stupid moose head drawing.
Look at my picture. Look at my picture. Yeah. It screams, I'm laughing and joking around, guys. Larry, you have a poop emoji on your thing.
Yeah. Like, I purposely made a video where it's frightening activities in and around Toronto, and then I abbreviated it as fart. Like, the video, my intro channel video is enough to say, yeah, this guy's just does stupid stuff, so enjoy it. But yeah, it's just, people don't do that. They're brutal that way, but it is what it is. And take it for what it is.
Yes, and Raven says, yeah, some people will just hit play to get the view and then click off. Yes, that's true too. So that's a lot of people, like, it's about the first 30 seconds is where people are dropping off, and if they get past that, it looks like mostly just stay through the whole thing.
Which is nice, yeah, because I've noticed that a lot lately where people are starting to recognize the content, or like you said, there's people that actually subscribe and want to view my content, and then they're true blue views, and then they jump off right at maybe a minute to go, which is normal. I notice people they've seen the most of it, and then maybe it's just me doing an outro or something like that.
Yeah, and yeah, the outros a lot of people will skip out of because they're like, oh, whatever. So I always try with the intro to be like, I try to throw a like and I do I now have a subscribe button and the clicking the bell and the thumbs up and then leave a comment in the very front now. Yeah, and then and the 2 cents horror, I had to pay for that. Pay for it. And then right after the 2 sentence horrors, I have a little like, hey, why don't you subscribe? Or whatever I decide I want to push. But really, it's like, hey, remember to hit the like button is the biggest thing, because I like, if you're watching it, please like it.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. And I noticed too that even if they don't hit the like button, but they hit the unlike button just to be snobs, it still helps me. Oh, yeah. That sends the signal to YouTube saying, oh, they're responding to something. But yeah, I noticed that too. I like how you trick them too, where you have a word of the day. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes if you don't do the word of the day, that means that you didn't listen all the way through. It's almost like you're testing. You're seeing that. Are you watching all the way through?
Well, it's not even just that. I liked Raven was doing it, and I really looked forward to putting in a word of the day for him, or the Sunday word is what I call it. He calls it the word of the week, and PA has it too. So it's something I look forward to write something for them to read. So that's why I started doing it, because I was like, well, people might look forward to getting to that part where where's the word? What's the word? So I'm not going to be reading them on screen anymore because it does make the video significantly longer, but I'm putting them on the screen to read, and then I'm going to post them on Twitter as well because I also have people for a podcast so that they can go see it if they're interested.
Oh, that's a great idea. And I love that. I love that progression, how you're trying to fix, how you're trying to meld your videos and your content better. No, that's a really good idea. I like that. It does kill the momentum. I notice sometimes where it's like you have a really tough, hard-hitting video, and then I leave a silly ass comment or a word. Yeah, I like that. It's a good idea.
Yeah, no, it makes, well, everyone knows that I read their stuff because I'm hitting the heart button and the like button and normally replying. Unless there's just, I'm sitting here going, I don't have anything I could say except for thank you.
Oh, God bless you. As the Raven dreams. If you're gonna put my stuff on shuffle, that's a wild ride, bro. If you're gonna do my business shuffle, PA, I would love to do a parody of you. I noticed that I would love to do like the Batman voice for your intro that you do. Seraphin, I was thinking about doing a parody of you, brother. But do I really want to do a Latino voice?
A Latino Texas voice is what he has. Yeah.
Yeah, is that what it is? A Latino
Texas voice. Yeah. Oh, it's a mix. That's why it's so unique. Take care, Alternative Night. Have a good night's sleep.
Yeah, man. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for staying up. Thanks for grinding with us, man. I love you, brother. It's funny. I do a Timmy voice where it's like a Vanilla Ice Tom Haverford from Parks and Rec character that I do, and that's the closest that I like to do, where people kind of point out, they're like, "Is this some sort of African American rapper?" I'm like, no, it's Vanilla Ice. It's me making fun of Vanilla Ice. So, yeah, I don't know, me doing a Latino country voice. I could try, bro. I could try. We'll see. But yeah. If it's requested enough, I'll do it, man. I'll do anything that's fun.
Well, Seraphine had his voice go out on him a little while back, and Fearsome did the intro for him. PA did the intro for him, and they kind of tried to copy him. I was just like, no, I'm not copying you. I'm just going to do it like 42 took over and just decided to do something because it's something 42 would do.
You got it. And if I were to copy you, it's at a jest and it's a comedy bit. So if you need me to do that for just straight laughs or cringiness, then I'm there for you. Thank you, man. Thank you, Santos Pedro, man. I'm still butchering that name, but thank you for the sub, bro. I appreciate that, man.
And of course, all his links are down below because I always put everyone's link down below. And this time I didn't mess up and put the wrong name somewhere or leave the wrong name somewhere.
You had to do a last minute change up.
Yeah, I've done that before too.
yeah, and I'm not poking at you, King of Cadaver. I'm not. I'm just reminding everyone. Just things happen.
I've also had stuff where I've missed something too that I was supposed to change, because all I do is I take the last live stream, use all its tags and all that jazz, so it's all ready to go, and I just changed all the names and the date and the number it is. Last week with Raven, I forgot to change Rando's name. So it was said, everything else said As the Raven Dreams, except for the title said Rando. And I'm like, oops, and I changed it, and I resent the link to Raven, but it still said Rando. But once you clicked on it, it said Raven. So it was fixed. It just was like, come on.
It's such a brutal morning for me when I listen to yours or Raven's coffee streams. It's just trying to get up, brew coffee, make some breakfast, and then I'm just trying to run back and type in something, or something's going on the other side of my house, so I don't even pick up on none of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm always like changing things and getting things done. So.
Oh, that's awesome. It was quite this was such an awesome experience, just trying to get it going just between you and me and microphone checks
Yes.
and all that. I love it. This is such a great adventure for me because I'm going to retire at 55. I got a good enough career, and this is what I'm planning to do is just to work out, walk around, and then do stuff until I'm like 65, 75. So me learning this now, it's just fantastic. I love hearing your guys' stories on things bugging out and stuff like that.
All the
Cool.
glitches you have to figure out as they go. My least
Yeah.
favorite one that ever happened was a live stream on the Nevermore Collective. The conversation we were having behind the music wasn't private. It was going through, and I didn't realize it. We weren't talking about anything too bad. Like, normally we don't anyways, but it's still like that's a private conversation. You think you're just talking with each other, right? So
Yeah.
I figured out what happened there, and I thought that if you didn't have your computer on there and your mic on there, it wouldn't play. No, that meant it does whatever it decides it wants to do. So I had to add those back on and then delete them or mute them. And then now every time I go hit live, I always like double check with the music. I'm like, okay, I can hear us talking. It's never happened since, but ever since it happened the one time, I get worried. Taco Bell time. Adios, amigos. Take care, Seraphine.
Yeah, have a good one, brother. Thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, you can't beat Taco Bell time. Oh man, Gordito Crunch. It better be.
Well, you see, and we have taco time too. So, but I
Yeah,
think
there's Taco Bell time and the Taco Time.
there's a taco time and there's a Taco Bell.
Oh, get out of here! What the hell's a Taco Time? It's a ripoff of Taco Bell.
It's been around just as long. It's been in Canada longer, quite a while actually. It's a Canadian.
Hey,
Hold on.
because it's just like Mary Brown's. Because apparently Mary Brown's is like, yeah, we've been here since KFC, so he's stealing our thunder. They're bringing that stuff up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a Mexican place. They have actually they don't feel as bad when you eat them.
Oh, oh, okay, yeah. You don't have the Taco Bell regrets after. Oh
No.
man. Yeah, I'm with you on that. There's times where you don't want to do the Gordito Crunch and feel it. Taco John's. Oh man, what is a Taco John's, Raven? You gotta
January 1960 in Oregon is where Taco Time opened up.
Holy crap! 1960. So they're they're the
It's
same.
actually older than Taco Bell. Taco Bell's 1962.
Whoa! Taco Bell is still in the thunder.
Del Taco is 1964. Taco Del Mar is 1992. Chipotle is 1993. Taco John's is 1969.
Oh, love Chipotle. Oh, so good. That's awesome. Taco John's is better in my opinion. There is no Taco John's in Canada, bro. I have never even heard of this thing.
I've seen a Del Taco, I think. No, it's Taco Del Mar that I've seen in Canada.
Yeah, we got a couple of Taco Del Mars in Toronto, 416.
But
So,
yeah, no, it's really like it's different. It's close. It's Taco Bell is like, oh, Tex-Mex. That's nice. Throw it out the window. We'll do our own thing. Well, Taco Time is still Tex-Mex, but I do find it's closer to actual Mexican food.
yeah, there's a little bit of spice to it, or do you have your choice of spiciness?
You have your choice of spiciness.
I love
The
it.
food itself is not spicy, but they have three sauces you can get, which are fresh salsa, and the green one is the hottest, which is how
Oh.
it is in Mexico.
Yeah, and I made the mistake because I always thought red equals hot, so I grabbed the green
My
and I
hus-
paid the price.
My husband learned that the hard way too when he went down to Mexico.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Though? That doesn't. Bill Zors, he looks at it like me. Green means go. It's good to go.
Yeah,
We're good.
green means that it's mild. Nope.
Yeah. Meanwhile, someone's like, "That's a ghost pepper." You're like, "What?"
But yeah, no,
What's
he
that?
he actually gets the most spicy one. He gets the green one. Recently, Taco Time has had it so you can buy their fresh salsa on the side with these big containers, and we got him the green salsa last time, and he's like, okay, so yeah, it's spicy, but the problem is it doesn't really work with anything except for their food. So let's get the mild next time, the enchilada sauce, which is the mildest, and it's
Yeah.
got more flavor and it's got a little bit of kick to it.
That's not that. Yeah, and that's where I'm at. The enchilada mild sauce. Because I used to do spicy too, but I've had to dial back on a lot of things because I can't even do coffee in the afternoon or at night anymore. The
Oof.
stomach tells me no anymore. You're 39. You're done. You're done.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that point too, where well, I've also switched to tea, so I'm not drinking as much coffee anymore, which is
Yeah.
helping. But yeah, I'm starting to get up to that age where my dad had to cut back on how much coffee he was drinking. But then again, he drinks it black,
Oh.
and he drank cups of it, like
Yeah.
cups of it. And now, like, that's where he realized a lot of his acid reflux was coming from, was how much coffee he was drinking. So.
Yeah, and basic black. I did the same mistake too, where I was like, oh yeah, I won't do the cream. It's the cream that's the problem, right? No, it's the coffee black made it worse.
Yeah, because it's got more acidity to it. Because the cream is got a base in it, so it helps. I
You got
can't. I can't. It has to be a double minimum
Yeah.
for a coffee for me. I can't. I don't like coffee. I don't like the taste of coffee. Though I do like cold brew from Tim Hortons with the vanilla cream in it, which
Oh,
just adds a
nice.
little bit of sweetness to it. It's a lot more smoother. It's not as bitter. That would be the best way
Yeah.
of putting it. And it actually is really good. I'm really enjoying their cold brew. So when I want a coffee, I get their cold brew now.
Oh, nice. I cannot do cold coffee whatsoever. There's,
Apparently,
Does it taste
Raven, I've been drinking too much coffee lately since I started doing cold brew. Yeah, it goes down a lot smoother. Be careful, Raven. You do have that caffeine problem. That's why you can only have
Yeah.
2 cups of coffee for your streams.
yeah, and especially when you got a broken AC for months on end.
Oh,
Oh
God.
man. Yeah, you're doing the cold brew. Oh, bro.
Well, it wasn't months on end. It was 1 month. They got it fixed, and it worked for quite a while, but they didn't realize there was a leak until it stopped working, and then they fixed it. And boy, have I not been so mad in my whole entire life. It took everything out of me not to drive down to Kansas and start reaming these guys out.
It's just amazingly unprofessional, eh?
Yeah, and then he got bronchitis. Well, the worst part. So it was his A coil. It was his A coil that was leaking. So the one that actually disperses the cold air into the house.
Yep.
So it was in the house, and then the first one leaked. They replaced it before they even hooked it up, and he said that this was the third one that they replaced with, and the one they replaced it with was still leaking like a sieve. And I'm like, who didn't do their pressure test? Because if it's
Yeah.
leaking that bad, you had to have a pressure test. That is a whole bunch of refrigerant going into the Atmo, which is not good. First of all, going into the house, not good. Second of all, and it's not like Raven would know what he's going to be trying to listen for if it was leaking. I mean, I would know if I heard it. I was wondering maybe his coil had froze. That can cause lots of, but there really was nothing he could do without getting a company in there. And once I found out it was a leak, there was literally nothing he could do. They had to replace the A coil again. It wasn't to Atmo yet. It was at 25 psi, not 14. So it shouldn't have gotten any moisture into it, which is really important. And yeah, no, I was like, what do you mean this? What do you mean that? What do you mean? You are so lucky you do not live in the same city as me, because I'd be driving there right now and going, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. And it's insane too because with regulations, you're supposed to pressure test and then you're supposed to have some sort of distinctive smell with any sort of refrigerant that you're putting in. So there's just so many
Remember,
mistakes
he
that
lives
happen.
in the States, not Canada.
Yeah, you got it. It's just so many mistakes that happen that never should happen.
The pressure test is standard everywhere because you don't want refrigerant leaving your circuit. You don't. But the biggest difference between Canada and the States is they're allowed to lose so much per year and not fix it.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whatsoever.
There
Yeah,
was 100% no smell. Yeah, there is okay. There would have been a smell, but you wouldn't have known it was a refrigerant smell. You might have thought it was something else because there would have been also oil coming from the compressor coming out as well, which has a certain smell to it too. But that's only because my nose is trained for it now.
Yeah, you got it. Mine as well. It's like an ammonia of some sort. But how do you describe it?
The basement smells very basementy the whole time.
Yeah, the musty basement could mask that smell well.
Yeah, it
And
would
it's
have.
smell. Yeah.
And no, you would have been it's a very specific smell that you would only know by playing with refrigerant all the time.
That's it. Yeah.
I
And
have walked into places and gone, "You've got refrigerant here," and they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I can smell refrigerant. You've got refrigerant somewhere."
yeah, you got it. And there's times where even I couldn't find it, so I'd have to get a sulfur stick to find it
Yep.
because my sense of smell is kind of ruined half the time now.
You can also get the refrigerant wands, which take a little bit in and beep. They couldn't find anything that way, so they put nitrogen into the system, and then the guy heard the A coil hissing. Was the problem?
So brutal. And that it sucks too because the A coil, yeah, it's the one where the fan blows it onto you. That's where the cooling.
Yeah, that's where it is in the house. The motor inside blows the air over the air coils, causing it to take the heat from the air and give you the cold instead. It's really weird how heat energy works.
It is.
You're not making a room colder, you're taking the heat from the room.
Yeah. Essentially, what you're doing is you're removing heat by the loads of heat.
Yeah.
And by moving the loads of heat, you have to replace that heat with another form of heat.
Yeah.
That form of heat just happens to be colder.
Yeah. So
The temperature.
yeah, and that's what a heat pump is all it does is the opposite, where it's taking the cold from it's adding the heat into your house and taking the cold outside, basically. So if you're ever next to an AC unit and it's blowing really cold air onto you, that's why. Or it's got really cold air around it because it's taking the heat from outside and bringing it inside for you. But it can only do that to a certain point.
Yeah, you're right. Like every time I would go on call to a building, and I put my hand over a fan, someone would say, "Yeah, the fan's working, bro. Don't worry about it." I'm like, I'm not putting my hand over the fan for that reason.
Yeah, it's just like, no. Please stop. That's not what's going on here. Hold up. I know what I'm doing. Please let me feel this. Okay, so I got cold air coming here. Okay, so that means at least there is some refrigerant here. All right.
Yeah, there's something that's happening, but most of the time, it's a pinhole leak.
Oh,
That's
God.
something.
Oh, my God. That's so small and so hard to find.
Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and especially when it's underneath the insulation.
Yo,
You
if
gotta-
it's in the installation, oh,
Well, I meant
When you
like
rip
the black insulation.
yeah,
They have to wrap it on, so you have to slice that open. And normally, if you paid close enough attention, you can see where it was.
oh yeah. Like there's like a freezer burn
Yeah.
of some sort.
Exactly. So yeah. And yeah, in Canada, if you have lost refrigerant at all, you must find where that hole is. You cannot fill that machine at all. But in the States, you're on a residential unit. You're allowed to lose 5 pounds per year to refill it.
Holy crap!
I know! And a commercial,
Brutal.
it's 10.
I mean, here we are fighting for gun laws, and then you guys should be a little bit weaker in that department, but there's so much more problems.
I'm just like, 5 pounds? That's a lot of refrigerant.
It's so much refrigerant, and they're cool with it. They're okay.
Yeah, so they just have machines where they have to go once a year and top it up. And people just think that's normal. I'm like, it's a closed system. You should never have to refill it unless you've had a little bunch of service on it, where someone's kept putting their gauges on it, because every time you take a gauge off, you lose a little bit of refrigerant. Every time. There's nothing you can do to not lose some refrigerant.
Yeah.
Because you put it in there because you need to see what the pressures are, and the only way you're going to get the pressures is by putting the refrigerant in it.
And then just repeat this process over and over and over
Yeah,
again.
so if you were, like, let's say the machine had been acting weird for a while, so you've gone in and you checked it and stuff, or you had maintenance on it a bunch of times, you might have to top up the refrigerant because you've had maintenance, so they put their gauges on it every time. And I worked with one guy, he said, the second you walk up, you should put your gauges on. I'm like, maybe have a quick look around, too, before you put your gauges on. I mean, the pressure does tell you things. But at the same time, if that refrigerant is no good in there, I don't want that in my gauges.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't
There's
want...
a process of elimination that you should do.
Yeah, she's like, well, the second you walk up, you should put gauges on. It's like, but what if we have a really bad leak and that is acid?
Yeah.
So now I've got acid in my gauges, and that's super hard to get rid of. You can get rid of it with starting to like flush it with some refrigerant, which isn't ideal, or with nitrogen. But at the same time, you know, you don't want to do that if you don't have to, because now you've wasted more refrigerant. You've taken this refrigerant out to begin with, so there's always waste. Every time a refrigerant system has been used, you always have to get rid of some refrigerant. You can't put it all back in, and that isn't understanded, and it's not enough to worry about.
Yeah. Like when you charge a system, it's like changing the oil. There's something that you can spoil something, or that charge is for the entire system, so you have to release most of it to get the full charge in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the problem too.
Yeah.
Like there's when we bring in canisters of ammonia, that ammonia is a charged system to a certain extent, but we can gauge it off of gauges. But smaller systems, there's cans and specific application systems that are for a full charge. And it's dangerous to stop it midway.
Yeah, no, it's super hard. It's super scary, right?
It is, yeah, and it sucks. And I have blown up many of things. Because, yeah, I just get
Food and HVAC, the 242 KOCH special.
That's how it should be, Raven. That's how it should be. I knew that we were gonna get on this.
Oh yeah, because we both do HVAC. Well, I used to do HVAC. I don't do it anymore, but
yeah, it's more of a hobby for you now, or it's just
no. Like I don't deal with it at all because it's just super hard to get in the trade and stay. Like I got laid off within 2 years 3 times.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
I worked 6 months, 3 months, and then 2 or 1.
Yeah.
So it's just like, well, why do I want to work for an industry where I can't keep a job and actually pay my bills?
Yeah, I'm with you. There was that same scenario with myself, but I quickly went over to third-tier government township work right away. I just handed my resume there, and I just started working for Toronto because I knew that working in private business, it was never going to work out for me. So I said I might as well just be a janitor, drive a Zamboni, and then do that the stuff I went to school for, and then just pick up some cash. Yeah, and it's turned out it works out fairly well.
Yeah, no, you have to get past the first 2 years, and the problem is I was quite a bit older by the time I had started, and by that point I couldn't afford to not be working. So
yeah, that's just how life is, isn't it? Right? It's just you gotta make a decision on something. It's either I go back living with my parents and pursue this until I get enough seniority or notoriety or training, or I keep on living my life and I go do something else. That's just how things are.
Exactly. So at this point, I'm just like, well, I enjoy it. I found it very interesting. The science behind it's really cool, but as it stands, I can't do it.
I'm out. Peace out. I got narrating to do. The scary stuff, right?
Don't worry. I'll just use my voice and scare you with it. Mwahahaha.
And good at it. Mwah.
And we have been on for over 2 hours now.
Perfect. I love it. Yeah, it's nice. It was nice to get 2 hours in. Have a nice continual topics. It was a good run through because I've done hour specials at Yuck Yucks Oshawa, and so it's fair. And I've done podcasts where we've gone 2 hours, but I've had 2 other guys, so it's nice to get back into the regiment because all I've been doing is these quick little recording content stuff. So this was a nice rep to do 2 hours with you.
Well, that's good. I'm happy you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, I always enjoy lots of this. It's like I said, my mother was in radio for a little bit, so her doing her thing and listening to her and stuff like that. Yeah, it's always been a pleasure, and the apples not fall far from the tree, and I enjoy stuff like this. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it in the chat there, especially you, Raven Dreams.
Especially Raven. Always Raven.
Yeah. Oh, always Raven.
The Raven's just rolling his eyes like.
There you go. Good.
I am happy Raven could make it. Again, I didn't expect him to show up. I was just like, he's probably just sleeping, which is fair. Sleep is always good.
You got it. Yeah,
as long as I show up for my own live stream, we're good.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
It's
cool though.
Worst fear is sleeping in.
Yeah, me too. I set my alarm in my cell phone, ready for you. I'm like, yeah, I gotta be ready. We talked about it. We're good to go. Yeah, I made a promise to her. I'm with you. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, there's few people who have said it's too early, and I'm like, what? You guys sleep past 6?
You do. Yeah. It's like I said, I start dragging my ass out of bed around 10 a.m. my time, and then I try to barely put myself together as I'm listening to you guys. I'm so happy I get to type in the chat, kind of belligerently, but it's all good.
And this time you didn't have to. Everyone can hear your voice.
Yeah, which is so good. Even though I sound like Santa Claus, which is nice.
A North Santa Claus, a Canadian Santa Claus.
Yeah, thank you, hair raising for that. Yeah, actually, my girlfriend, Queen of the Canadian Hill is back, and she's giving me the signal. Anyways, watch signal, which is always good. Yeah.
Like,
she's staring at me at the other side of my house now. She's got my studio door open right now. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know what time it is.
It would be 12:30 almost.
Yeah, it'd be 12 now. Yeah, now she just walked away. So yeah, I guess it is time to leave.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me, King of the Canadian Hill.
Oh, thank you for having me. This was great. I hope to do more of this in the future. I'd love to be on other live streams as well in the future. This was a great start. So thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining. I hope everyone has a good Saturday. I was supposed to say Sunday. Oops. Yeah. And of course, I will have a video coming out tomorrow. I just need to finish it. I've been sick this week, so I'm a little behind. But
yeah, take your time. Yeah, make sure the product's good. It's always good, even if you are sick. But yeah. We'll be pleasantly waiting for it.
It will be a little spooky. Don't worry. I promise.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
There, guys.